The 008 Sugacho is a view of the Bank of Japan from the intersection of Mitsukoshimae Station on the current Ginza Line, Muromachi to Chome. Currently, the building on the right is the Mitsui Main Building, which houses Sumitomo Mitsui Trust Bank and Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corporation, and the building on the left is the Mitsukoshi department store Nihonbashi store. The street between the two buildings is now called Edo Sakuradori, and it is a one-way street from the other side to this place. The lower part of the picture, the wide street on the left and right, is the current central street. When Ieyasu Tokugawa came to Edo and built a town, it seems that he designed it so that Edo Castle and Mount Fuji could be seen from the road that runs from the northeast to the southwest of this area. In particular, this road was called Suruga-cho because Mount Fuji can be seen in front of it, and Ieyasu first settled the servants he brought from Suruga. Actually, you can't see Mount Fuji at the size like this picture, but it seems that you could definitely see Mount Fuji. Let's take a closer look at the picture. Both the left and right stores were Ukiyo-e, currently Mitsukoshi at that time, but the left side is a store that sells thick cloth for udamono other than silk, and the right side is a silk specialty store. On the left side of the picture, the person walking with a large dark blue baggage on his back seems to be a foreigner, and he is going to go to his customer with a thick item on his back. Furthermore, in order to show that the entire town of Suruga-machi is Ukiyo-e and is very busy, this picture depicts people with various profiles and a one-point focused perspective composition. Because the fish bank of Nihonbashi is near, a fish hawker carrying a balance pole, a group of maids and samurai who work at Edo Castle, a slightly higher samurai, a stealth samurai, a traveler, a soba hawker, a child of an apprentice servant, etc. Judging from these factors, it seems that this picture was also drawn for the promotion of Ukiyo-e. It is said that this painting was published around the winter solstice of Ansei 2, 1855. In October, there was a big earthquake in Ansei, and Ukiyo-e was forced to suffer great damage, but by the beginning of the following year, its sales have recovered. It is presumed that the drawing of this bustle in the popular series 100 Famous Views of Edo contributed greatly to the reconstruction. It means that it has become an advertisement for the winter bargain sale. So, I checked this Ukiyo-e, that is, Mitsukoshi now. The founder, Takatoshi Mitsui, was born as the fourth son of the Mitsui family, a wealthy merchant in Matsuzaka. At the age of 14, my mother handed me $1,000,000 worth of cotton, and I got a job as an apprentice at a kimono shop run by my eldest brother in Edo. After that, he went up to the top, but his eldest brother dismissed his rare business talent and he was returned to his hometown of Matsuzaka. At that time, it is said that the first 1,000,000 yen was 16.6 million yen. Eventually, his eldest brother died, and Takatoshi, who received permission from his mother, returned to Edo in 1673 at the age of 52 and set up a store in the Nihonbashi Honcho. Therefore, we will stop the credit sales that both customers and kimono stores have been suffering from until then, and switch to cash fixed price sales. At that time, it was common sense in Edo's commercial transactions that goods were received first and payments were made at a later date. Nowadays, the ordinary cash fixed price sale is very popular with the common people of Edo, and Ukiyo-e will develop into the best shop in Edo. However, although the system suffered considerable harassment from the same traders, it happened to be hit by a fire 10 years later, and it will open a new store in the current Surugacho. This Hiroshige painting is about 60 years after the death of his ancestor Mitsui Takatoshi, but after that, the store on the left side of the painting developed as Mitsukoshi, Japan's first department store, and the store on the right side eventually became a money changer, undertook the exchange method of the shogunate, supported the Meiji government after that, and developed as a Mitsui Zaibatsu enough to lay the foundation of this country. Well, I went to see what the place is now. First, check the location on the old map of the early Meiji era, A few years after this painting was drawn, I put a red gradation in the place that becomes the viewpoint. It is a modern map that is roughly scaled and aligned with this. In the same way, I added a red gradation of the viewpoint. When I actually went there, Mitsukoshi Department Store, Nihonbashi Main Store and Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corporation still remain in that position. However, this does not match the angle drawn by Hiroshige, so I tried using Google Earth. You can see that Mount Fuji is actually seen in this direct. Go a little closer and get closer to the angle of Hiroshige's painting. The buildings on the left and right are corridor Muromachi. I will overlay Hiroshige's picture on this. I will pull out the cityscape and insert the current photo. Mount Fuji doesn't actually look so big, but I left only the haze and tried to fit Mount Fuji around the time of the first snow of this year. Even so, I couldn't deny the feeling of strangeness, so I transformed the low-angle image and matched the colors to fit it. Drawn by Hiroshige, this is a rare case where the drawn material remains almost as it is.